This is the How to Snowboard series from Snowboard Addiction. I have Rio with me today. How are you?
Yeah, feeling good.
Awesome. Are you excited to snowboard?
I am, yes.
Okay, this video series is perfect for someone who is brand new to snowboarding. I'm going to be taking you through all the steps that will take you up from a first-time snowboarder to an intermediate snowboarder. If you have never snowboarded today, you can teach yourself from these videos. If you're going to be teaching a friend, you can use these videos as a guide. Let's get at it. In this first section, we're going to be covering a bunch of snowboard basics. How to get in and out of your board, how to move around that board and feel what it feels like on snow. We're then going to be doing what's called skating, which is basically stepping around on the board. Straight running, which is sliding the board on snow. I'm going to show you how to climb up small slopes and how to stop the board by dragging your toes and heels in the snow. All these kind of exercises are basic movements you're going to be using for getting on and off lifts, like magic carpets and chairlifts. It's going to be really useful. Okay, to get started, you want to have a flat area. We have amazing weather conditions today. No wind, beautiful sun, nice snow. We've got a flat area here, which is perfect. Anytime you put your snowboard down, you usually put it down upside down with the bindings down. That'll prevent the board from ever running away. Now, if you're on a slope, that's really important. Because we're on the flat here, turn your board over. We're going to do some basic movements. First thing is getting into your snowboard. There's two main types of bindings. You've got traditional strap-on bindings, which have your heel edge strap and your toe edge strap. And then what we have today is called step-on bindings. The main reason we're using step-on bindings is they're so simple. They are so easy to use. With a step-on binding, you're basically going to be putting your heel in, followed by your toes. You'll hear the clicks, and you're in. And we covered this in the office, so you kind of know what you're doing here. Now, let's do the same thing with your back foot. Now with the step on, it's a little bit trickier. You've got to get that heel cleat into the back first. So sometimes you have to bend your knee forward a little bit to get that heel cleat in. Yep, there you're in now. Okay, you hear the clicks? Cool. So let's do that a couple times just to get you used to strapping in and strapping out. With these bindings, you've got the little lever on the bottom. Lift it up, twist the foot as you take it out. So let's do the back foot while we've got it. Let's put the back foot in one more time. Heel cleat. So sometimes you got to bend that knee a little bit. There we go. Heel cleat, toe cleat. Perfect. Cool. Now, occasionally with the step-on binding, you'll hear that second click. That second click means you're in properly. Okay, so the first click you're in, second click you're really in. Let's take these out one more time. Lift the lever, twist your foot. Lift your lever, twist your foot. Now, if you're on a slope, make sure you flip the board over. We're on the flat here. So heel edge in. This is our left foot, which for us is going to be our front foot. There we go. Followed by your back foot. Perfect, okay. Now what I'm going to cover is a couple of basic things that we actually already covered in the office. In that position you're in right now, do a jump off both feet. And as you do that, see if you can keep your back up a little or upright and your head up. Good, okay, how'd that feel?
Better, yeah.
Okay, now just move your snowboard around. This is the first time you've actually been on snow, on a snowboard. Okay, feel what it feels like. Okay, next thing I'm gonna get you to do is, you see my hips right here? I'm gonna take my hips and I'm gonna move them around on my snowboard. You see how I move them to my tail? The board can move, that's okay. That's okay. Okay, now let's see if you can get up. There we go. You got it. See if you can grab the toe edge of your board, it will help you. There we go. It's easier when you're on a slope. Yeah, I'll show you what to do. This is going to be the easiest way. Sit down, roll over, and from here it's going to be a lot easier to push you up onto your foot. Okay, we're going to do that same thing again.
Yeah.
It's right here, from where your hips are. Take your hips all the way into the tail of your board, and now take your hips all the way into the nose of your board. Good. Now what I'm doing is I'm just getting you used to the flex of this board. Let's do another jump. Little jump. Okay. Now I'm going to do another one. We're going to twist the board a little bit. So you're actually going to lift one toe while pushing down with the other toe. Okay. And the opposite one. So you'll feel that board twist. Okay. We're going to be using that a little bit as we start to turn. Now, next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to get you to feel that toe edge. So if you take your whole hips over the toe edge of your board, and now push your hips forward. You can actually hold my hand. There we go. Push up onto that toe edge. Hips forward. There we go. There we go. There we go. Now, getting you used to feeling what that edge feels like. So try that again without me. There you go, hips forward, hips forward. There we go. Now, you'll see that Rio's legs are shaking.
Yeah.
This is normal for a beginner snowboarder. You're using muscles the first time you've ever done this. It's like you're starting to use these balance muscles.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna come behind you. You can hold my hand just for the first time. Is put your weight towards the heel edge and now lift your toes a little bit. There you go, just a little bit. Lift. So sink down a little bit with your hips. There we go. Back up straight a bit more. There we go, and lifting the toes, okay? Okay, now I'm gonna see if you can do that again without me. There we go. Good. So I'm getting you used to using some of these movements on the board before we've even gone anywhere. We did this in the office, so you're already familiar with this. So last time, jump off both feet, move to the hip, move to the tail of the board, move to the nose of the board, twist the board, one toe down, one toe up, twist the other way, and little toe edge, moving those hips forward, and little heel edge, lifting the toes up. There we go. Okay, cool, perfect. Lesson 1 complete. If you're enjoying our videos, then make sure to come and check out Addiction Plus. It is the best snowboard coaching program in the world. As a member of Addiction Plus, you get access to our structured snowboard courses that range from beginner to expert, and you can track your progression, weekly live coaching sessions with us, upload your own videos for analysis of your writing, personalized feedback to help you fast track your progression, and the ability to attend our in-person events. Addiction Plus is incredible value and the most effective way for you to fast track your writing. Come join us now. We've already had you doing some basic movements on the snowboard. Now we're going to start you moving around. So if you watch me, I'm going to put my back foot behind my board. I'm going to take a step with my front foot and then catch it up. So step, catch it up, step, catch it up. And you can follow right along behind me. Step, catch it up, step, catch it up, step, catch it up, step, catch it up, step, catch it up. And as you feel comfortable, you can start just pushing a little bit more. Step, catch it up. Okay? Now, you stop there, put all your weight onto your back foot, lift this board up, and you can turn it around. That's it. And we're gonna push back the way we just came from. That's looking nice. Yeah. Okay. I want you to try this. Take your back foot over the front of the board and try giving a push from the front.
Oh, that's awkward.
Tell me how that feels.
Very awkward.
Okay, so weird. Most people prefer to push from the back. Yeah. This is how I do it. This is how most people do it. If you find that feels more natural, just continue with that.
Okay, cool.
This time we're going to do the same thing. Weight on the back foot, lift the board, turn it around. But what we're going to do is you're going to put a little bit more effort into it. So you're just going to start pushing a little bit harder.
Okay.
So if you watch me, I'm almost gliding. As you do that, focus on keeping your head up. That'll keep you in a slightly better balanced position.
Okay.
Okay, so the next step is we're going to start straight running or gliding. It's the exact same thing, but what you're going to do now is you're going to give one or two strong pushes and then put your foot onto your board like this next to the back binding.
Okay.
So if you watch me, I'm going to go push, 2 pushes, board on, gliding until I come naturally to a stop. Head up. Keep that head up, that's it. Nice. Weight over both feet, looking good. Okay, let's do that again. The objective here is to get a little bit of speed up, push, and then put your foot onto the board and glide to a stop. So we're going to push to glide. I did 2 pushes, glide to a stop. All right, your turn. That's it. Nicely done. Now, just as you took off, could you feel that the board was kind of digging into the snow?
No.
Okay, well that's okay. So what I saw is as you took off, your board was kind of digging into the snow.
Right.
Because it wasn't quite straight with the direction that you were going.
Okay.
And all that means is that if you keep the board straight with the direction of the snow, it'll glide better.
Okay.
so no problem.
Cool.
You did great.
Thank you.
Okay, I'm gonna step it up and give you a challenge.
Okay.
So we're gonna do the same thing, but I'm gonna make it harder.
Okay.
So what I'm gonna do is while you're standing there, put your foot on the board, hit up, watch me. I'm gonna take my foot off, jump, foot back on.
Okay.
Okay, give that a go. Foot off, jump, foot back on, okay? Now we're gonna try and do that while we do that slide.
Okay.
So one more time here, foot on, hit up, foot off, jump, foot on. Good, good, okay, come with me. Have a look at your board as you're pushing. Can you see how it was almost digging into the snow?
I can see the snow that's like on it.
I'm gonna show you what you were doing versus what I do. As you were sliding up here, have a look at my board.
Oh yeah.
Can you see how the board is digging a bunch of snow?
Yeah.
What's happening is you're going this way, but your board's facing that way.
Yeah, okay.
If you bring your board into the same direction as you're going, again, this is going to be a slightly awkward movement with the legs.
Yeah.
Now, you'll see how there's no snow building up on that edge. Does that make sense?
It is. It is awkward on your legs though.
Yeah. But now that's allowing you to glide better straight away. So we're going to do a push glide, hop to glide. What you'll see is I'm going to push off, foot on the board, and then when I'm feeling comfy, I'm going to hop off my back foot and glide. Push, glide, hop to glide. Nicely done.
Woo!
How's it feel?
Yeah, good.
Are you hot yet?
Yes.
Me too.
So I have to take my gloves off.
So when you're learning to snowboard, you're going to be using a lot of energy, especially when you're walking around these flat areas and your first day. Let's take off hoodie, gloves. We don't need them right now. We're going to be doing a lot of basic stuff. When you first learn to snowboard, it's a really good idea to have a backpack with you to be able to take off extra layers, gloves, etc., face masks, because you're going to be burning a lot of energy. I also have a water bottle with me and a few snacks. Now, I don't want to be riding in the backpack. It's just to be able to be comfortable when you're learning to snowboard. If you're enjoying our videos, then make sure to come and check out Addiction Plus. It is the best snowboard coaching program in the world. As a member of Addiction Plus, you get access to our structured snowboard courses that range from beginner to expert, and you can track your progression, weekly live coaching sessions with us, upload your own videos for analysis of your writing, personalized feedback to help you fast track your progression, and the ability to attend our in-person events. Addiction Plus is incredible value and the most effective way for you to fast track your writing. Come join us now. We're going to step it up. We're going to take your straight running to something that's going to pick up a bit more speed. First time you've been on a slope. We need to figure out how to be able to stop you. I'm going to show you two ways that are very basic ways of stopping your board. So if you put your foot on your board next to your binding right now, if you watch my foot, if I take it half on and half off, and then I dig my toes into the snow, this was one way of dragging yourself and coming to a stop. Also do this, foot half on, half off towards the heel edge, dragging the heel edge into the snow. So you're doing that as well right there. So show me the toe edge, and show me the heel edge. Perfect. Let's go up there, we'll start with the toe and then we'll do it on the heel. I'm gonna push off, put my foot on, and I want you to watch my toes. Right now, I have my foot half on, half off my board, and I dragged my toe in the snow. And what you can see is that it actually pivoted, my board pivoted around my toe. I'm gonna get you to try the same thing. So coming towards me, foot half on, half off, and dragging your toe into the snow. Now, not perfect on your first time, but don't worry, it's gonna get good with a bit of practice. Let's go up and give that a go. Again, could you feel how that dragged to be able to stop you?
Yeah.
This is an entry-level way of stopping yourself when you get on and off chairlifts. So here I go again. Push, board on, foot half on, half off, dragging my toe into the snow. Board comes around, slides around my toe. All right, Rio. Just have a look right here. See how your toe is only a little bit off the board?
Yeah.
If you only put your toe a little bit off the board, it's quite hard to get it into the snow.
Yeah.
Whereas watch this, if you put your foot half on, half off, and now dig your toe in, see how much easier it is?
Yeah.
That's why your one took a lot longer to stop than my one. So if we do it one more time, and make sure you put your toe like quite a bit off the board like this.
Yeah.
That'll allow it much easier to dig in the snow to stop you.
Okay.
Focusing this one, Rio, on making sure that your toe is quite far off the board. So foot half on, half off. Foot's on, half off. Dragging my toe into the snow, letting that board kind of swivel around me. Watching you. So what happened there is you put your toe much further off, allowed you to stop yourself way quicker than last time.
Yeah.
Good stuff. Let's give it another go, but let's try it on the heel edge. So this is the same technique. All I'm doing is I'm putting my foot off on the opposite edge of my board, pushing off, foot on, half off, dragging my heels into the snow until I come to a stop. You can actually see on the snow here, you can see where my heel of my boot is dragging through the snow. Good, nicely done. You had your heel quite far off, which is perfect. I can see exactly your path of how it stopped you. Cool. Which one do you prefer?
The heel, I think.
You like the heel better?
I think it's easier.
I like the toe better. What makes you like the heel better?
I don't know, I find it easier to dig that way than kind of push my hips more forward to put the toe in.
Cool, let's do one more heel and then we'll move on.
Cool.
Nicely done. Cool. So now you know how to stop your board. This is a very entry-level way to stop your board. As you get good at snowboarding, you won't use this.
Yeah.
But at your level, when we first get on and off chairlifts, you're going to use either your heel or your toe, and you can use whichever one you feel most appropriate with, just to slow yourself down so that you're not running into any other people, etc. Now the last tactic I'm going to show you before we move on is I'll get you to put your weight on your back foot and twist your board until it's facing the same direction as mine. Okay? Now from here, take your back foot over your board and feel this toe edge in the snow. So you're really flexing it. That's the grip. Right now the board is what's called across the fall line. If you ever have to get up a little hill, this is how you do it. You take a step with your free foot, lift up with your board. A step with your free foot, lift up with your board. Step with your free foot, lift up with your board. And that edge across the fall line is what's stopping you from sliding away anywhere. And then when you get to the top of where you want to be, you can weight onto your back foot, turn the board around, foot all the way over, and you're now back at the top of that little hill that you needed to get to.
Awesome.
They call that climbing. What we've learned is a bunch of basic moving around. They got you strapped in the board, feeling out what that board's like on snow. We did a bit of skating. We did a bit of sliding. I put a little sliding one hop challenge into it, some stopping on the heel and toe edge, and climbing. These are basic movements.
Yeah.
We're now ready to go and strap in both feet and actually feel what it's like to use the edges of our board for the first time.
Cool.
Rock on.
Let's go.
Good stuff.